Welcome everybody to our live stream here. This is only a prank call. Move 11 was applying to be a driving teacher and to ask if Teach had to drive. That's pretty funny, man. It's nice to start the stream on a funny note. Clara Peller. That was the prank call we did, modeled after that commercial with the old lady asking where's the beef. Oh, it's a pity we don't have Wendy's in Hungary. That's one of the things I'm saddest about. My favorite hamburger fast food restaurant. I think it's definitely superior to the other major competitors. Not all will agree. Fast food is a very personal thing. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. We've got the Pawnda Rapid 35, starting in 11 minutes. Casa Bianca with an enormous 25.99 rapid rating, now higher rated than Schieberspieler. Myself, Schieberspieler 25.51. Myself at 25. Cheesemate has put on some rating points. But I think he was always higher in Rapid than Blitz. Morales, are you really playing? Stat Vargan joined us, has not a lot of Rapid games, looks like. El Shakmat, Vikram, Sumaher Palots, Ripun, who has the low Rapid rating, but he's very quick. Asterbait and John Koss. So far 13 players. Casa Bianca. Yeah, we'll have to get on Schieberspieler and I have to get to work and get those rapid ratings over 2600. The rapid ratings have majorly inflated, but I haven't been playing at all, you know. So my rapid rating is like from a year ago. My rapid rating is based on like the last time I haven't played rapid at all. I mean, I don't know, other than casual. It seems that rapid ratings are inflating. I'm seeing a lot of people with really high ratings, but there's some very strong players too, and a lot of computers. Alright, but not in this tournament, of course. You tried, but somehow I didn't improve my rating. Well, you can't do like berserking and stuff like that, but you should be able to, you should go up. I mean, I think you're, 2700 material. Even I can get over 2600 with ease if I put my mind to it. But, chess is a good mistress but a bad master. How's our stream today, by the way? Very interestingly, I'm the only person... I was wondering if my stream issues have been bandwidth, and this is pretty much the first stream in a long time I've done where I have the only computer that's turned on in my router, on my router system. So... I'm thinking my past stream issues can be bandwidth related. No one is using a computer in my apartment and other than me, and who knows? But maybe I'm just lucky. If we're not dropping frames, stream seems to be working fine. How does it look? It actually looks normal. It looks pretty normal. Be the first one to gift a sub. Be the first one to gift a cheer. Morales is here. VIP Morales. VIP Move 11. VIP Schieberspieler. VIP Mr. Coffee. No, Mr. Coffee, you're not allowed to be a VIP because you're a mod. VIP Asterbait. We have... How many VIPs? A lot of VIPs around. Our international passport is having a lost and found auction. Nice. McCarran International Airport. Asterbait. I think the Budapest airport's being auctioned itself. But that's a different story. Alright. Have a nice Swiss. Tezek. Yeah, Schieberspieler said he had a palinka, so I had a little aperitif. Actually, digestive. It's after you eat, right? is the digestive. Bet Las Vegas has a lot of lost and found. Seriously, bags of cash. Hey, did you see my bag of $50,000 cash? I lost a bag, with lots of $100 bills in it. Welcome everyone to the stream. So we're playing 7-round Rapid Swiss. Casabianca, Schieberspieler, Sparklehorse, Cheesemate, Morales, Stabvargen, Shakmat, Vikram, Sumaher, Palots, Repon, Aspirate, ST33, and John Koss. 14 players so far. 7 minutes to go. The cash lost and found. Cash only. There's a special aisle for cash only. Alright. So let's see. When is the World Chess Championship starting? Isn't that up in 2 weeks or something? Who is that Schumacher? Well, that'd be funny if someone created a Schumacher. 24th of November. Yeah, is that... I was close. I said 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks and a day. Though I'm not a huge fan of those guys, whatever. It'll still be fun. Train stations are obliged to keep lost property. Huh. You took a shower, prepared a tea. Now I'm ready. I think, what about you, Move 11? Are you going to be taking a shower during the tournament? Or cleaning the shower? Move 11's not really playing. He's only here for the trolling. So I'm trying to understand this quote. I mean, was Gerald Abrahams just into BDSM or something? Or the first interpretation I could come up with was that Gerald Abrahams was trying to say chess is a good mistress but a bad master. My first interpretation was that he must mean that it's good to have as a hobby, but you don't want to have it as your full-time job. I mean, did anybody else read that the same way as me? I mean, is that the point? Is that what he's trying to say? It's good as a fun hobby, but it's not good, to base your life on chess. Yeah, I remember going to this one concert, Mr. Cuffy. I was bummed out when they took my Swiss Army knife and never gave it back. They're always stealing stuff when you try to check it at a concert. It'll come down to Rapid Blitz playoffs. I mean, there's no reason, there's no way a world championship should be decided on Rapid Blitz playoffs. And Magnus totally benefited against Caruana. He was banking on that all along. In fact, he didn't even have to try that hard. Just to draw the match was enough because he knew he was guaranteed to win on Rapid tie breaks, being so much superior to Caruana in Rapid. The world no championship should be decided like that. No world championship should be decided like that. I say. Well, I hope Magnus or someone wins, convincingly, because the Rapid, as exciting as it is for the fan base, it's not real chess. I'm going to say it again. I mean, seriously, I played a tournament game Sunday, right? And what happens, it's a 90 minutes for 40 moves, then the FIDE classical time control. 90 minutes, 40 moves, time pressure. Then another 30 minutes, it's an end game and time pressure. And then you get to a technical end game and you have 30 seconds per move. I mean, this is not chess anymore. To play quality endgames, you have to have more than 30 seconds per move. And they're destroying the game by making it too fast. Endgames are suffering the most, I think. The 6 wins, draws not counting championship, death match. Well, that's not bad. Alright. Yeah, I mean, this set number of games. I don't know, but it's a little too short, the current time control. It's lasting like a maximum of 5 hours. I mean, in the old days, we used to play 40 and 2, 20 and 1, sudden death, 1. So the longest time control I ever played, well, actually indefinite. We had indefinite time controls with like never ending, 20 and 1 that were adjourned. I mean, I had 100 plus move games that were adjourned, but no, I think like 6 or 7 hours rather than 5. I mean, honestly, what's the difference if it's 5 or 7 hours? You know, I mean, you know, you're gonna play 1 round a day typically, maximum 2. I think a little bit longer. You know, maybe make the second time control an hour instead of 30 minutes, or maybe have like, yeah, make it an hour rather than 30 minutes. It's a little too fast. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, but I mean, I played games where I played for almost 8 hours. You know, it's good for your endurance. ST Brown. The time goes, you know, don't worry about getting bored. If you really love the game, you know, the time will fly by. Yeah, man, the 5 hours flies by. But I was complaining in my tournament game on Sunday because my teammates were late and I already had to lose like 17 minutes. So I don't know what the big advantage is of having the time control 5 hours versus 6 hours, you know. Something like that. Like what is the big difference? In a few years they'll make it like 3 hours will be the standard game. And then 2 hours, then 1 hour, and then we'll just be playing like 5-0 for the World Championship. The 7-hour games makes it hard to get 2 games in one day. Well, I mean, we did it forever, but we used to do 2 games one day. It was standard. I don't think it's that hard. But okay, I mean, 6 would be better. Let's do 6, you know. I think 100, maybe the way to do it would be 120 minutes, 2 hours plus 30 seconds. That's the time control I like. FIDE experimented with this. I think originally when they were making the standard time controls faster, it was 2 hours, 2 hours plus 30-second increment, and then 1 hour sudden death with 30-second increment. I think that's good enough. That should be about 6 hours. Is that right? No. That's going to push it up to... yeah, that's 7 hours. Alright, so I have to compromise. Maybe 2 hours for the first time control. I don't know. But I think the current primary time control is a little too fast. Something like 90 and 40. Well, the 30, yeah, that's what I'm playing. But it's still a little fast, I think. The endgames are really bad quality with this time control. 40 and 90. And that's what we're playing now. That's what we're playing now, Mr. Coffee. I mean, that's standard time control. That's the gold standard current time control. If I take, he has knight takes d4. Interesting. Does he? What does he? What is going on here? What a strange position. Okay, 40 and 100. Right. That's a little better. That's what the continental chess is doing, right? American experience. But if you're a little older, cheese mate, you know, you'd have been used to slightly longer. Well, I guess I moved to Hungary in 2003, 2004, and I think it was right before that I played at my first tournament where they were using time delay. On a regular basis. My problem is the end game's getting destroyed. When I saw the games from, where was it? The Candidates tournament seemed like really crappy. A lot of tournaments. Endgame quality has just gone really downhill. It's like it doesn't count anymore. You know, who cares? Whoa, I lost this player twice already? Oh, and he's 1500 in bullet. I forget what happened in the second one. I did some sort of protest resignation? Maybe? That's weird. He's like super fast, but 1500 in bullet. We get this a lot. That doesn't compute. If you were super fast, why would you be lower in bullet than other time controls? Just not playing enough bullet, I guess. I've had this discussion like a million times. Some people tend to miss this first round. Don't take it personally. Well, I lost to him the first 2 times. It's nice to know he's beatable. Yeah, that's a problem. The king side is a problem. You prefer increment over delay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the delay is sort of stupid. Many occasions getting to situations, for example, where you can't go to the bathroom for an hour in trivial positions, of course. That's a disaster. I don't know why that US Chess Federation, they were obsessed with that time delay thing. Why? The rest of the world was using increment pretty quickly. El Shachmat play against Casabianca. Okay, black's bishop pair here, brutally good, and white's kind of overextended. You know, particularly the d4 square. Casabianca has this huge rating now. Well, I mean, I guess it's the time delay is finished pretty much. This d4 pawn looks bad. All right, we're gonna go on to another game. Nefedov is here. I was just thinking about Nefedov. Haven't seen him in a while. Oh no, he's got Schieberspieler. That's a nice pairing for the first round. What in the world happened? Oh, Nefedov played asymmetrical English. Well, we've had a lot of practice in that. Schieberspieler played the sort of what to call this? I mean, avoidance of exchanges move, knight c2. And Nefedov reacted with a6. I don't think a6 is necessarily the best. d6. Exchanging pieces. Rook b8. And then Nefedov starts to get like funky with bishop h6. Yeah, white just has a slightly better position, but I mean, doesn't b5 make sense here? You just played rook b8. It looks like you're ready to play b5. Can't you, in fact, play b5? b5 take, knight d5, knight d5, knight d5, you know, bishop b2, queen b2, and white's threatening the cheapo like rook takes c6, but no, I mean, I think having played rook b8, a6, Nefedov should have played for b5. Now he's done something to his king side. The center is better for white. Black's king is more open than the white king. Why is the f pawn on f5? Would be my number one question. And hey, what's up, Nils? First round, I had a quick game. Join our tournament. Guys, be the first to cheer and donate a gift sub to your friends. What's up, Nils Mickey? We've got some high-rated opponents in this version today. 35th Pawnda Swiss. Nefedov with king h6. Nefedov's getting cocky. He's like playing f5 there. How did he play f5? Bishop h6 was cocky. And then he played this, knight g4. Yeah, but I mean, he played f5. I don't understand what... I mean, I guess this is... What is f5 about? Schieberspieler has really nasty tactics, like queen takes e7 or something. It doesn't work, though. He almost has some sort of tactics here. I just don't get why Nefedov played f5. He didn't know what else to do. And the normal thing to do would be like, put your bishop back on g7. He never should have played bishop h6 in the first place. Yeah, once I lost against John Curto, who turns 90 this week, we had a Leningrad Dutch where my king was on h3 and his king was on h6, like in the middle game. It was really messed up. I think that was maybe my last game against him. He's 90 now. He was a legend of New England chess. It was some kind of Dutch. So if Schieberspieler puts his king on h3, we can have like opposition, distant opposition. Think about the endgame, Schieberspieler. Play for the distant opposition. What are you doing? Schieberspieler. You guys realize he has queen e5, but black takes back and then the knight's hanging. So he didn't actually have the win of a piece there. But Nefedov played very loosely, I would say, for Nefedov. By Nefedov standards. And Nefedov's not a dry player, but he basically plays safe usually, or fairly solidly, let's say. Alright, anyway, that was entertaining. Nefedov's not warmed up. His kingside got weakened by the moves bishop h6 and f5. World Loser has joined us. Miralles got a forfeit win. Stapvargan, I think it's a little late for Repun, no? In India? That's why, you know, these Indian guys, they can't watch my stream a lot in the evenings because it's super late there. Sumaher is still playing. Let's check it out. Oh, Karo Khan? What is this? Oh, Cheesemate. Nice. 2451. Sumaher is getting tough. He had 2 wins against me recently. So Cheesemate has a little trick. He couldn't recapture. Cheesemate, what's going on here? You're up a piece? No. You would be up a piece if you could take on e5. Alright guys, I'm going to break out a beer. What? Nils has no over the board game tonight? Wait, tonight is your normal over the board night? Yeah. Why? What happened? That's not good. Check who's the leader. Well, the tiebreak system on lichess is pretty funkadelic. It's usually pretty random. Acerbate. Who's the leader? Take me to your leader. The Bishop of the Year award goes to... Oh, black's down a rook. What? All this time. Wait, where did his rook go? He's missing a rook. Why did your rook go? Oh, no. So this is like a voluntary combination. Material is equal, and then Sumaher just like played knight takes e5, winning a pawn. Cheesemate steps aside, threatening to win the exchange. Okay. And then gets mated in 1. Yeah, I wasn't counting rooks. View tournament. I am above material. Material is 2. Acerbate's in first place. What? You beat Denekis on an upset. Last board. Nice job, Acerbate. Winning the first round. And not a forfeit, not a bye. Bolt Blixton joined us, so it's a strong tournament. We're a World Loser, 2300. We got bunches of players. Casabianca, Schieberspieler, me, Cheesemate, World Loser, Bolt Blixton. That's 6 players over 2200. Plus Mickey with a half-point bye. Makes 7. 7 players with more than 2200. Acerbate, VIP. The best tie breaks in the business. Alright. Hopefully I don't get Acerbate in an early round. I want to save him for last. Acerbate, I want to see you in the last round. Final table. Link. The link. Does somebody have the link? It's so hard to copy and paste here. This is our tournament link. You have to be a member of our team. Algocon Chess, I'm not sure if you're a member of the team or not. We have 500 plus members. 7-round Swiss casual. Rapid 7+3. Pawnda's looking very active tonight. Oh, we got a request to join the team. You know, only one computer running in my house and I have no connection issues. Coincidence? Looks like it's bandwidth, which I was worried about. Diffuso is joining the team. 3, 2. All right, don't worry. That red thing makes me nervous, but it doesn't actually apply. Reversed Queen's Indian. The Dutch. Oh yeah, Stapvarken plays the Dutch with everything. So he's, yeah, you know what you're gonna get with him. It's the Stonewall every game. Classic. Yeah, Bishop A3 is kind of interesting there. Where's move 11? I guess I could turn this into a reti. It seems a little weird to do in this position though. I'm just gonna play like a Queen's Indian. Got me a buy. Wow, my beer is actually... We had this discussion once on the stream before, but I don't remember now. What is the freezing temperature of beer? I need to defrost my mini fridge, and there's a huge chunk of ice like on the freezer. It's an old style fridge. What is the freezing temperature of beer? Critical question. Everyone must know. The freezing point of beer. When we first started at a blank page, less than 2 degrees centigrade. I mean, it's different from water, I assume, even though its contents are a high percentage of water. Cheesemate knows his stuff. 27 or 28 degrees Fahrenheit. So Stapvarken, an expert on the Stonewall attack. What are we gonna do here? We'll just play traditionally, or you want to go crazy with like H3 and G4? I guess we should just play it correctly. What if I centralize my rocks? I think I like this rook here. Elephant. The bit of alcohol, right? It affects the freezing point, so exactly. You know, like when I was in college, we used to put like grain alcohol in the freezer, and man, that stuff wouldn't freeze. Back to F6. Let's go. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. Ethylene glycol. Yeah. Drinking antifreeze. No, I don't recommend that. I just like it when the beer is, it just has a tiny bit of frozenness to it. That's like perfect. Just on the edge of getting close to frozen. Yeah, I mean, people drink a lot of things they shouldn't drink. Don't drink the blue toilet water. It's not a laughing matter, though. E4. Don't drink the yellow snow. Alright, but it won't hurt you in an emergency. Snapvargan. Snapdragon. So what about his queen? What about his queen on like A3? Good or bad? Or indifferent? Okay. We're slightly better. Black has a lot of weaknesses. So it's the blue snow and the yellow toilet water. How does it work again? Just drink the blue snow. Okay. I'll stick to the blue snow. Cheesemate lives in Maine, so he's more of a snow expert. Yeah, we don't have that much. We've had a little edge here, though. I mean, this should be a lasting slight edge. So that's the meaning, Snapdragon. That's what I was wondering. That's what I was wondering. Seriously. It's one of those guys from Plants vs. Zombies. Nah, he's going with the crazy route. Okay. This guy has tons of experience in the Stonewall. No, that's the point. It's the name of a flower. Of course. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that's the name of the guys from... Well, they might have that in Plants vs. Zombies, but I was just making that up. Yeah. I was literally just... I like the pea shooters. They're my favorite characters. One of everybody's favorite video games of all time. We have another request to join the team. Alaba. I find it, amusing when I keep getting people like rejoining the team after they quit the team. I think actually Casabianca had to rejoin the team this week. What do you guys do? Like, you quit the team because you're tired of the messages and then rejoin the team again every week? Or how does it work? You could just disable messages. You guys don't like getting those messages. You don't need to quit the team and rejoin it every week. Someone I saw had a team, they were like, and if you keep doing that, I'm just not going to accept you anymore. So stop unjoining the team. Queen B6. Right. I keep hoping there's some kind of tactic on his f8 rook, but there's nothing anywhere. have a friend of mine from Russia who... It's not a joke. He got drunk and got frostbitten. Getting drunk and falling asleep in the snow. Good game, Homie. Homie's in the tournament. Homie the clown. Guest. Man, I don't know. I feel like Stapvargan missed a lot of opportunities in this game. He could play sharper. Yeah, he's still alive. There I have knight c6. That would not be a good idea. Better not put my... I can put the arrow there. That doesn't move the piece, right? Steppenwolf. Werewolf. No. Wrong band. Werewolves in London. I don't know any German. Guys, don't tell me we got a new request to join the team. I mean, it's good, but... No, alright. Those messages are a little buggy. Good game, Homie. Something weird here. I mean, Stapvargan... I am Chess 117 rating with a party of 2. Thank you, I am Chess. Something up with Stapvargan's time use. He doesn't normally tank so much on his moves. Maybe he's just tired today or something. He's not a tanker, really. It's very uncharacteristic for this opponent to use so much time, from what I've seen. Uncharacteristic. Thanks, Cheesemate. First gift sub for the week. For I am Chess 117. Welcome, I am Chess 117. Thank you, Cheesemate. Cheesemate, who did you beat this round? Guy is using time. Yeah, it's weird. You always want to teach that I complain? No, he's gone a little overboard. He's gone a little beyond that. He's using massive chunks of time, Mickey. Like, ideal is to kind of pace yourself, but Stapvargan is like tanking, and like repeatedly. I'm suspecting he might have a connection problem or just be really tired or something, but that's not his normal pace. I mean, because I want you guys to use time doesn't mean I want you to like tank, 30 seconds every move. Yeah, black is basically lost here. Infiltration is complete. Still not over. Still don't see how to finish him off. The lizard people have completed their installation. Acermate against Cheesemate. You know it's going to be mate. No, I'm just commenting on his usual pace, very different. Okay, now, we have anything. We have a massive positional advantage, but no apparent way to crush him directly. But yeah, where's the crushing him directly move? Just keep massaging. Like here. Massager. Oh, he did that. I was hoping you'd do that. Alright, back to tournament. Schieber Spieler still fighting against Morales. Morales is brutal, dude. Wow. Morales is like boss mode. Full boss mode? What is happening here? Full boss mode for Morales. He's macho. This is classic Morales. Looks like one of his games against me. Uh-oh. Our options are limited. Good choice. He's making good choices. Interesting tactical ending. The square of the pawn. Interesting. Schieber Spieler is just too fast, and his technique is good. It wasn't that simple for Morales to draw this. It was a draw, obviously, but it wasn't so simple. Who did I say I was going to give a sub to? Bob. No recollection whatsoever. I don't even remember my own chess games. Dude, move. Yes. Oh no. Poor Morales. Poor guy. Yeah, man. Speed and technique. Very, very tough. Looks like it was a good game. Check that stream, Bob. Go back and do your research. I don't think it was a regular player. Wasn't the point that it was someone who was new, who had never like been on the stream before? And I was saying like you always pick like the biggest new trolls. Something like that. I'm not sure that player ever came back. It was a new guy. Exactly. No, I was kind of joking because you always like gave. I don't know if it was really a troll. You always like give gift subs to the worst trolls. You know, Morales, that was an interesting endgame. I would study that. That endgame. You got to play really accurately not to lose, I would guess. I mean, your rook's in a very awkward place after, like, rook h5. What did you play? Rook h5. It was interesting what he did. You know, I thought he would play h6, but he didn't. He let you have the pawn on h7. I'm not sure if that was best or not. But that endgame was quite a good practical endgame. I mean, that would be an excellent endgame to study. Try to take something positive away from it. Alright, we've got Casabianca, Schieberspieler, Cheesemate, myself, World Loser. 5 players with 2. Mickey with 1.5. The opposite of a troll, Mr. Coffee. Uh-oh. Man, I never remember what I want to play. What's my repertoire again? Knight F3. Bob, I'll lose on purpose if you bet a month sub on Schieber. A month sub? That's a normal sub. What do you mean you bet a month sub? I thought you meant like a 6-month sub. You're like a month sub. I think d6 is an inaccuracy for black there. Whatever. But when you say I bet a month sub, it makes it sound like so much more than just a normal subscription. It's a month sub. A monthly sub where you renew, right? That's the best. Renewing monthly sub. It's airtight. A rare streamer. What does that mean? Rarefied air? Feels like a Morales type thing. What's that called? The Budapest Gambit? Booty-like position. What are we gonna do? Cormoran, where have you been all this time? Rook d8 is a horrible move. I'd rather just lose a pawn. I don't remember. That makes two of us. Well, the thing is, Bob, that most people become streamers because they're like whores in the first place. I never streamed. I never started streaming to try to make money. You know. I mean, I was streaming for like what, 2 years or a year before we even had. You know, we even had like subscriptions or whatever. Whoa, this is complicated. What is going on? Whoa, rook takes d6. We have to do this. I guess first of all, I don't want to get mated on the back rank. But let's see. The back rank mate has got to be a major consideration here. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Almost perfect play and no time used. He hasn't lost once in the last 20 games. I don't understand how Schieberspieler isn't like 2,500 FIDE or something. I think like most grandmasters would be happy with that result against me. No, I just suck, Bob. I guess he just tries really hard against me. He's only 30 points higher rated than me, yet he's got like +8 in our last few games. Alright, what are we doing here? This is a weird position. Of course, these are casual games. Can I make Luft or something so I don't get mated necessarily? Card earned. Yeah, I mean, he's better than most people his ELO. A lot better, I think. Well, he's not much lower than me, but I mean, still. Queen A7. Wait. Rook B8. Super weird. Mm-hmm. Totally standard, right? 0 CPL. Let's see. Almost perfect game by weight. Using no time. It's an almost perfect game. Seriously. This position here with A3. It's a mandatory move, probably. Perfect. The only move he surprised me with was Rook D2. He made a little inaccuracy there, playing slightly passive. It was basically a perfect game. I don't know. C5 is a bad move, but I'm running out of time, and I didn't know what to do. I had no plan. Basically, GM level. Almost perfect. Messages deleted. Yeah, I don't need that. Mental issues. So let's go. We've outgrown that. Casabianca with 3 points. Schieberspieler with 3 points. World Loser, 2.5. Mickey with 2. Sparklers 2. Cheesemate 2. Stapvargan 2. Bolt Blixton 2. Shakma 2. Morales 2. Total of 28 players. Slav, boring. But my opening is boring too. It's both of our faults. Oh man, alright. Knight F3 is boring, Slav is boring. What can we do? Got a little bit of a funky headache going on. Alright, let's try E3. I just had a game with this 2 weeks ago. Did I make a mistake here, or did you make a mistake here, or did neither of us make a mistake here? That's the question. The Semislav is not... well, I guess it could be boring, you know? I mean, like, the Kali system is kind of boring. Cole. Bishop a3. What's wrong with bishop a3? Knight e4? Damn, I don't know. Rook c8, c1? Oh, that's cute. Rook c1. Or maybe queen c2. Rook c1. Alright. No, I mean, the Slav is a solid opening. Some variations in the semi-Slav can get very sharp, right? What is going on here? But I'm just making a categorical statement, you know? You don't have to agree with me. World Loser could have taken on b5, and let me take on c8, and then take on a2. But then I have queen b7. It's very complicated, threatening rook c8. To say that it's very complicated would be an understatement. It's a reverse, literally reverse Cole. How do the French pronounce it? Belgian. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it's close. Close. Related to the French language. Cole. I think it's funny how the Cole is boring, but the semi-Slav can be sharp. And you're playing it like a tempo down, you know. The Botvinnik variations or whatever. The Cole. I mean, it's a little bit like my game with Stapvargan, where he just has dark square weaknesses. You know, there's no compensation for this bishop on the long diagonal. Black's just in trouble. That's why Rapport played bishop d6 against me years ago. That's the idea. He plays bishop d6 first, and then queen e7 real fast, and not even spending time on knight d7. We had this guy on my stream. Most of you won't remember. It was like more than 3 years ago. Who used to play the semi-Slav with black. We had a bunch of games in this variation. The player was quite strong. 21, 2200 strength. I think they were from like Iceland or something. Or at least claimed to be. But I cannot recall their name. No, it's very likely I've played, you know, previously in our show with World Loser. Now, wait. Alright, rook c1. That's more of a priority. Priority is controlling the open file, the 7th rank. f3 or f4 it's a kofefe. Is the Tory attack legit? It's a close relative of the London system. It's like unpopular stepbrother or stepsister, as the case may be. Mr. Coffee's a big Tory attack fan. The Lassie system. Well, alright. So he's basically just solving his b7 problem by slightly weakening his structure, but he had to do something. So, now what? Bishop a3 is interesting. Probing a new direction. Alien probe patrol. The alien probe is in the house. It's good for a death metal band name. Alien probe. No, I'm not going to complain. I mean, it's not as bad as London. I can't hate every opening. I'll complain about Stavvargen playing the Stonewall attack. No. No. You're not going to trade my white square bishop off, or loser. That's not allowed. Or my bishop pair, right? My bishop pair. I love my bishop pair. We're not going to let him do that. Now this is where we bring on the alien probe. It's unclear how effective it is. Maybe we should wait a moment and do a prophylactic move first. Our last chance for alien probe. Let's see. You can play king f2 and hold off on the alien probe. We're going for maybe rook g1. Alien probe move is bishop d6. I decided to wait on that. But now he has a trick with knight e8. Bishop d6. Zoop. Sound effects are completely optional. The trick with Ripun Bansal, you should be in bed by now, right? It's really late there, isn't it? What am I doing? A4. We go for the other pawn. Uh-oh. He's got knight e8, maybe. Maybe we have to be careful about that. The trick with World Loser is that he's fast, and you got to be careful not to lose on time. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Be careful not to lose on time. Right. Alright. I'll back off. It's cool. I'm not threatening anything. I'm not happy about that. I guess I could have just traded, but I'm only slightly better. There is an increment here. You have to check the YouTube video. What? It felt good to ban Bob again. It's been so long. Had to get that out of my system. It's like... feels like the first time. You know, that classic rock song. Mr. Coffee and Asterby will appreciate that. What is that, like? Journey or something? That's not Journey. How many times did I hear that song in my childhood? Mr. Coffee, this is why we watch the stream. Foreigner, of course. Of course. And they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Classic. Classic rock. Dude. I think that was a pretty good rendition, if I do say so myself. Secure the nugget. Remember to fasten your child's mask before fastening your own. It's like airline safety. Remember to fasten your nugget before you lay siege to the other nugget on a5. I don't want any accidents to happen, like bishop d7 picking it off. Midnight Sun Summer. Instant recognition of classic rock song. Excellent. Being an American born in the 70s, I have my specialties. That nugget is mine. We talked about Wendy's prank calls today. I was just thinking of Taco Bell. Don't touch my chalupa. Reminded of Taco Bell. Don't touch the chalupa. So we secured our chalupa whilst making sure that his chalupa remained negotiable. No. Keep away from the chalupa. Stay away from my chalupa. Contents of your position may have shifted during this flight. Man, that's a killer. It's dominating both knights and keeping his king out. It's like overworked. It's like Mr. Coffee after 7 days of work. Super knight. But how do I get through? Technically winning position. Technically a winning position. Freezer. I do have another pawn here. I just realized. Probably we should use it at some point. Where are you going over there? Whoa. Yeah, maybe I will play this. What's he up to? Yeah, the problem is he gets out if I do that. Mate! We can probably push his king into like a little box or something and go over there and complete our tasks on the other side. Zugzwang is a possibility. Where's the mate? Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to satisfy ourselves with this material. That's a check. This has got to be the last game of the round. What happened on board 1? Respect, draw. Are those guys gonna like win every single game they play and share first? Man. We got him. Alright, that's clear. So Schieberspieler won again. Let's see the CPL in that game. Wow, there were some inaccuracies. 2 blunders from Casabianca. 3 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, 1 blunder. Schieberspieler had a record-setting 29 CPL. It looks like it was a draw. Wow. Wow, Casabianca down a pawn but holding. Just blundered and lost the ending. Where are we? Are we back to the tournament? Are we done yet? Is this over yet? 1 minute. "37 seconds. "37 seconds till next round. Okay. So now I'm going to have to play Casabianca. Hopefully not. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the 3 group. Schieberspieler has to play someone, so probably Mickey will be sucked up to the higher point group. Although you never know with the lichess interpretation of FIDE pairing rules. Alright, what are we doing here? I'm not playing e4, e5 for a win in blitz. That's not... Bolplixon played the Grand Prix attack, now I remember. Alright. Alright, I'm prepared. I've come prepared. What did you play last time? Yeah, alright, we'll play something different this time. Last time I played a6, b5 against him. But I'm gonna stick... Or did I? Actually, I don't remember. Maybe I played both. Maybe I played this against him. Okay, so he doesn't do the American system. Yeah, I guess we had this. I guess we did have this already. Alright. The American system. This is the British variation. What happens if, like, bishop d7 here? I guess a4? d4. I guess I'll stick to my guns, though. This is no time to be, like, learning a new system or inventing a new system over the board. I'll just play what I've been playing for, like, 50 million years. So now he's threatening queen takes d5. We have to play either e6, but I don't really want to let that knight into d6. So you have to play this now. Presumably. Why so thoughtful? Seems like forever. 10 seconds seems like forever. What's the American system? The American system is... What is the American system? E takes d5. Open versus closed. There's two versions. That's what Gingy promoted and taught to Perelstein, and he, you know, they both like did videos and books and whatever, you know, based on taking on d5. I think they're both not that great, but playable. I mean, I don't think that the Grand Prix attack gives White, you know, should give White a chance for an advantage. But it's possibly good enough for, you know, equality. And it's certainly good against unprepared opponents who don't know how to play against it. But I've faced this like 8 million times in the last 30 years. Starting with Jim Plaskett and the usual suspect. The Red Baron and the usual suspect. Both played this against me back in the day. So now I have to play e6. Life is easy. So I got my bad bishop outside the pawn chain. It was Bolt Blixen, right? We played like we're playing in slow motion here. I think we had another game where we played it faster. I think there's probably a lot of ways to try to play this position. I'm going to Caro-Kann Gurgenidze mode. But he just retreated his knight back, so it's like he's trying to play, what, c4? Double-edged. It's a double-edged sword. Sword! So that's the problem. That makes me change, like, want to change my plan. Plan, man. You're making me want to change my plan, dude. How about knight h6? Knight h6. There's no time to change the plan here. Screw it. Mr. Coffee, have you ever heard of any funny, like, pairings? Like, I'll give you an example, a PG example. You're a tournament director. You ever had any amusing pairings where, like, the two opponents' names kind of sounded funny? For example, small versus large. Classic matchup in the chess tournament annals. Anybody, any interesting pairing matchups by name that you recall? Because Move 11 and I were like giggling like little kids yesterday. We saw this one pairing. We both like had the same feeling. Oh yeah. It's something Bob would have gotten a kick out of. Shame he's dead to me now. Rook c8 should be considered a pseudo-developing move. Anybody else? Any great classic chess pairings you've ever seen? Well, like oftentimes there's like one funny name, and I'll just explain that there was this player from Germany, I guess. Damn, c4 is kind of a move I was hoping to avoid facing. So there was this guy, I guess from Germany. I don't know if that's even right now. But his name was literally Ass Man. He played here in First Saturday, you know, maybe more than once. I just remember clearly, like, he definitely played once. Thomas Assmann. And I mean, when you start with that as one of the players, like, there's a lot of possibilities. Obviously. Yeah, I mean, Richard Nixon always had a difficult... He probably always had a difficult time. Alright. Bishop f8. What do you want to play? But, damn. Is this a mistake? I might have made an error. Not sure. But, trying to do too many things at once here. We saw a funny pairing, though. I mean, it's not really non-PG. It was Stickler. I don't know why it's so funny. Why is it so funny? Stickler versus Stickler versus Assman. I just couldn't stop myself, you know. I try to be mature. But what can you do? When something's funny, it's funny. You know, it just sounds funny. So we've got an interesting pawn structure. And this fellow is making this game kind of tough on me. Oh, I see. He wants to settle his bishop there. Bishop settler. Right. Alright. I know what to do. You can't have everything. Can't have your bishop on f6 and g5. You can have one or the other. Dr. Strangelove. A bolt from the Blixton. Blixton Academy. I don't know what else to do here. We're gonna go for it. But the real question The million-dollar question. I mean, I think this pass pawn is pretty monster, right? Do we take with the pawn or do we take with the rook and go to school on that? Like the bishop ending. Is he gonna hold this? He can maybe hold it somehow. Pawn takes looks interesting. Maybe objectively this is a better practical try, keeping the rooks on. I'm not certain about the pure end game. Damn. My opponent offers a draw. No way. No way. Maybe I'm a little impatient with this pawn move. Dude, seriously? He's in time to get over there? Well, it's a little more complicated than that. Draw offer was a little optimistic. I mean, he's definitely worse. There may be a way to hold on. Again, I have like the longest game ever. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We had a gift sub earlier from Cheesemate. Appreciate that. Thanks everyone for watching. Pawnda 35th Swiss, I can't believe it. And we had arenas before that, so we must have run like 100 Pawnda tournaments by now. That's underestimating it, right? I mean, a tournament every week for 2 years alone is 100. How do I not have more? Skavening and welcome, by the way. There's a guy in Philadelphia with the last name Coffee. Coffee versus Mr. Coffee. What other coffee opponent could be funny? T is not a name, right? Nobody has the name of T. Coffee versus T. Coffee versus sugar. You get something like that. Coffee milk. I'm beginning to like my chances here. I have the feeling that white is in trouble. Troubled. He's a troubled child. I don't see how he prevents the inevitable. His rook is stuck. He's losing a2. Dude. The guardrails didn't fall off on the king's side. What I wonder about is like my decision to play pawn takes earlier. Man, he's got a nasty little trick there. That is nice. That is nice, dude. Rook takes a2, bishop takes c3. Well, it can't hurt to play a5 first. Just in case, get that pawn a little closer. Now we play g3, but I have another waiting move. Don't I have like endless waiting moves here? Rook a3. I guess I don't have endless waiting moves. I have some. My rook is short of squares. Takes. Here, yeah. Wait, does this work? Wow, he has a defense here? Yeah, man, this is crazy. He's like a genius. This guy is a serious genius. What? Why would you take there? You have to play king d3. It's your only move. No, I mean, can't do anything here. What's up, Princess Chess 64? Thanks for joining us. No. No, the only try was, you know, king d3 first. You and I can't mess this up. Alright. Back to tournament. 2 minutes. But let's see for a second. Like that endgame. My decision here. The endgame decision. Decisional moment. Computer thinks I'm just winning, pretty much. It probably takes with the pawn or something. Unemotional. Rook takes c4. Rook takes c4. So engine has no problem with rook takes. Okay. I was a little worried about this. Why was I worried about this? Yeah, he can't do everything. He's lost here. I should have traded rooks. Alright, it would have been much simpler that way. High fives, Astromate. Astromate won his first game. Schieberspieler just slaughtering everyone. Like sheep. At least I only have to play him once. Luckily I got black. Vague with 1200 rating. Oh yeah. He's a little stronger than 1200. I think his rating is vague. Cormoran, thanks for joining us. Also, skating again. So lots of players this week. Not only lots of players, but lots of strong players. It's great. One day you should play Princess Chess. One day, but you have to work. Mr. Coffee as well. Well, at least I only lost to Schieberspieler so far. 2 more rounds to go. Schieberspieler in clear first. I am Poofy is vague. Yeah, well, we talked about your rating before. I'm not going to go another rant about it, but you're not 1200. I don't get what that's about. Alright. Casabianca, I should play knight c3 against him. In 2 weeks you can play You're Taking Off for Thanksgiving. I wonder why Casabianca doesn't play the... I don't know. What am I thinking? Who plays the Dutch? Why did I start thinking that Casabianca plays the Dutch? Doesn't play the Dutch. I don't know. Why did I start thinking that? Casabianca would never play the Dutch, right? He played f4 against you. Okay, that's true. Maybe that's what it is. Somewhere subconsciously, he plays f4 sometimes with white. It's subconscious. Okay, I wonder if he ever played f5. Yeah, the hedgehog with double fianchetto is a good system. This is like a specialty variation. Normally black just plays bishop g7. I don't know what's up with knight c6. You know, to be honest, actually, this could transpose to something I've studied with black by a strange order of moves. Yeah, I don't remember if we played this. This is like probably the critical line. I saw a Vargasoli game where he played black here. Boros Danish also years ago did something similar. I've played this. I've tried to play this with black. Now, what about knight takes d4? That's not the right idea, obviously. You know, critical questionnaire. If black could play d5, it would probably be good, but it might be too dangerous. But I don't know what's happening here. I don't know. I consider playing this line for black. But I don't think you're supposed to take. You know, I think you're supposed to play... You're supposed to, like, leave the tension there. Theoretically. Mr. Coffee, be on alert. Just to let you know. If you're still with us. High alert. D5, knight a5. That's the idea. If I don't do d5, what do I do? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Yeah, d5, knight a5. What do you play? Queen d3 or something. Queen d3, bro. Bishop a6. This has been played before. This is Kritikosh. Probably Kritikosh. If b3, there's always like knight takes d5. That's a good thing. Yeah, I'm wondering about this. So ultimately, you know, maybe white should like temporarily sacrifice a pawn or something. I thought queen d3. He's just too fast. It's ridiculous. How are you that fast? How are you that fast? And you play like really strong moves too. Yeah, I figured. That was there before. There was that account before. It's like blatantly an idiot. At least if you're gonna be a troll, like try to be a little creative. There's nothing worse than trolls with no imagination. So, alright, b3. Unbelievable. I get it now, I get it. Yeah, like you, but stronger. Which is disturbing, you know? Because if he's good enough to get that strong... I guess it's a product of too much energy drinks or something, I don't know. Maybe they know how to play normally, but they just can't control themselves or something. I don't know what it is. Too many Red Bulls. I don't have enough adrenaline, but I think you guys have too much. This is nuts. Okay, A5. It's not that nuts, actually. I think a lot of players would be offended by his play positionally. But, okay, there's an idea behind it. He's getting a blockade. Getting his blockade on. It's not like he's playing a move with no concept here. It's very committal. Yeah, the same time management school as Ripun. But with a lot more, like, sophistication. Experience, I assume. Their score is pretty much Schieberspieler level against me. So I have no idea what's going on here. Alright. Reminds me of a game I had millions of years ago. You're off today, but had household chores to do. Amazing. What is happening here? Oh my god. Like there's an option. An option there. Whoa. What? What did I do? I sacrificed a rook? ST Brown, don't start giving suggestions while we're still playing. I know that's not a direct suggestion. I'm just warning people not to do that. Thanks. Be careful not to give help, hints, other suggestions. What happened here? I played rook takes, he played queen e7. What a strange move to play queen e7. Oh, you had that move. What a surprise. Wow, that was the longest he ever thought on a move. Rook c5. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm only down the exchange here. It's not that simple. King g2, kind of a weird move. I should have played rook e3, I think. So the concept is you only use time when you have like a bad position. That's their school of time management. You never use time unless you have a bad position. Somewhat it seems that Schieberspieler uses that too. I don't think it's good time management. You should use time in good positions. I don't agree with these guys. You should use time in good positions to not get, bad positions or not to lose your advantage. Too much they try to play instantaneous moves until the position is messed up. What just happened? I'm confused. Somehow it's like equal material. It's really crazy. I don't understand. What? Actually, the other thing that's weird about this player, how are they not like 2,700 in bullet, you know? And why only 130 bullet games? That seems pretty weird. They're totally like a bullet pro, but no bullet games. Isn't that strange? It just dawned on me. You know, how would you be a bullet pro like this and have no bullet games? Mostly just blitz. And now a lot of rapid games suddenly. But how could you have no bullet games? You have a different account for the bullet games? I wouldn't say Capabianca or Casabianca, because there's a Capabianca, has a weakness necessarily, but if anything, like, they're not quite as strong in the end game as other stages, I would say. They're not bad, you know. Yeah, I mean, I might have been lost in the end game. I had this terrible hallucination that I had two pieces when I played Bishop C6. That was the sickest blunder of all time. You guys are probably sitting there like, what the hell was that sacrifice? In my mind, my rook was on d3. I mean, seriously, this was my hallucination. When I dropped a piece here with the insane Bishop C6, in my mind, my rook is here. Okay, just so you know, like, I'm not insane or anything. The point was, like, I have Bishop C6, Pawn takes C6, D7. The knight moves, and I play D8, supported by both my queen and rook. No, I mean, it wasn't a bad game. You know, I simply had a hallucination. I thought my rook is on D3, Bishop C6. Pawn takes C6, D7, and I'm queening or taking the knight. Well, queening. It totally works. You know? It was actually a good game until that point. And then I should have lost, but he played, you know, too fast. As always. Alright. Black had 7 accuracy, 7 blunders, and no mistakes. Interesting. I thought it was going to be a move so strong I couldn't understand. No, in my mind I had already moved my rook to d3, and that was the point, you know. I thought it was like this brilliant idea. Schieberspieler just won every single game. Grandmaster level. So, it looks like it's simply a question of whether one of these 3.5s can catch up to us. Schieberspieler has already won the tournament clear. You got Asterbait in the last round? Really? That's what I always get. There's some kind of lichess bug that always pairs you with Astrobate. Last round. Oh no, not the B3? You don't play that? No, I forgot. He plays, yeah, he does the E3 knight of 3 stuff. Take that. We can both fianchetto our queen bishop. Ooh, I almost mouse slipped C6 there. Dude, that's crazy that Casabianca, you know, with that play, has 130 bullet games? Ooh. How did you get that fast? How can you only have 130 bullet games? That's crazy. I think I played this against Galiash in Blitz, in one of those all-star Hungarian arenas. Maybe it was some kind of E3 Queen's Indian. I just end up in the same position no matter what I do. I always get a double fianchetto. But this is not a bad position. Yeah, if he plays piece capture there, it's like Cringeville. 4,000 Elo. Schieberspieler is going to be taking on Magnus Carlsen soon. He claims he drinks Palinka before the game. Okay, it's possible. Maybe the Palinka is the secret. He really has like 2 Red Bulls. Palinka Red Bull. A3, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Take E5. Violent uprising. It's a violent uprising. Take E5. That's crazy. Can I do that? It could work. I feel inspired. That's crazy. E5 knight takes? Yeah, this is crazy. Oh man, he didn't even think about it. It was like insta D5. After all that calculation, I just get completely shut down with this insta move. Unbelievable. Damn. I have no idea what's going on here. Literally. This is like Rudolf Spielman drinking Red Bulls. You drive to OTB events, so I gotta try this Palinka thing online. Good policy. We have a zero tolerance policy in Hungary, but I wouldn't recommend drinking and driving anywhere. In the U.S., I would drive after I had like 1 beer or something, but that's pretty standard. Here it's zero tolerance. But Alexander Ivanov, my old friend, that his thing is like you drink after the tournament's over, Schieber. You never drink like before the tournament or during the tournament. You just like get passed out under the table drunk as soon as the tournament ends. And that's why his favorite moment of the tournament is when he gets in his car and he goes home. So he can get drunk. That's the end of the story. So I decided to go postal here in the last game with the inspired intuition sacrifice. But I didn't see D5. I just assumed captures, you know. I was looking at both types of captures, and I kind of neglected D5. Just don't, you know, fall asleep in the yellow snow. And don't get drunk in Siberia. Or yeah, the Arctic Circle is also bad. Either Siberia or the Arctic Circle is, you want to make sure you've got a buddy system in place. You don't have like a what do you call it? Yeah, in like Siberia, they don't have what is it when the driver, like a designated driver? They have like designated walkers, people to like make sure you don't like fall asleep in the snow. Someone stays sober to make sure everybody else doesn't like pass out in the snow. I was always joking about Alex because he went to Novosibirsk and got drunk and passed out in the snow, and then like came to Aeroflot like with frozen feet, and still played in the tournament. They had to put his feet up on like a chair while he was playing because they were basically like severely burned from frostbite, and he continued to play the tournament in that condition. This is a guy who got hit by a tractor trailer in his car and like just went to the tournament like nothing happened. Like blood all over his shirt and stuff. He's like, oh, I'm going to the next round. I was like, what happened? Oh, you got hit by a tractor trailer. Like most people would take the round off or, you know, maybe have a little break. But he was like, no, I don't, I play anyway. So I was thinking rook e8 here. That's crazy, right? Crazy. I'm getting too creative for my own good. Astrobate, what is that? A donation? 00025. That's dedication. Getting hit by a tractor trailer. I mean, it just doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. So this is just like a fancy way of sacrificing material temporarily. Wow, what is going on here? He has a defense to everything? Oh, man. I should be able to get my piece back. Give me my piece back. Peace, brother. His wife was pretty upset when he like froze himself. She like flew to Russia. I guess he got in trouble. He got in trouble that time. I figured I can tell the story now, like 17 years later. But he was trying to like cover it up or something. So what are we doing here? Queen f4? Take queen f4. Or just take queen c6, right? That should suffice. Queen c6 is important because it defends my rook on e8 in case of knight f6 check. He'll probably have some other kind of miracle move. So this is a very long combination. 10 move combination initiated by... No, I don't know. Delver Flips, welcome. Last round. Delver always shows up for the last round. No, you were here earlier last time. It was like round 4 or something. Round 3. Schieberspieler was unbeatable. Grandmaster Strength, FIDE Master. At least in Blitz and Rapid. This was a cool combination. I think this might have been sound. Did White like have to take on c6? Could he have played another way? Doesn't look like rook a2 or something like knight on bd2 maybe. Just not trying to take the piece. He's up a pawn there. I sacrificed a piece and a pawn. Now there's h6, which is interesting. h6. I'm going to take this one. Seemingly slightly safer. SSS. I can play h6 and try to hunker down. Hunker dory. But let's centralize. So he's up a pawn still. He's still got his extra pawn. That's not fair. Are you serious? You still have your extra pawn? And I'm like, oh, I'll play rook d8 and centralize. I should have played rook c8. I should be going after that pawn actively. Instead, I'm just like, oh, I have even material. I'm fine. I'm down a pawn here. Damn, this is like my tournament game from Sunday. Bishop versus knight. This is actually a worse version. Yeah, Olivier Lucas, welcome back. Many new and strong dudes. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Got my rooks lined up in a bad way here. You moved to Spain last month from Brazil. Why not Portugal? I mean, I'm a pawn down here. I don't know what I'm doing. Oof. Yeah, that's not a good choice. This is just like my tournament game. I'm down a pawn. Down a pawn, bishop against knight. Probably a worse version for me, objectively. No comments about the endgame technique. I know I'm a genius. But we always draw when we're down a pawn. Bishop versus knight. last game. There's really no conceivable way I can win this position. Other than me like making a blatant blunder and dropping a piece or something. His knight has dominated. Oh my god. Look at this. Bishops are a little stronger. Slightly stronger than knights. It's a funny position. I also drew down a piece. King f3. King f3! I drew down a piece against Casabianca, right? Take g5. It's an ironic finish. The irony. Alright. Good game. Back to tournament, so 3rd place. There you go. Schieberspieler, out of rating order, takes first place 7-0, taking out Asterbait in the last game. Casabianca with a 5.5, beating Stapbergen in the last game. I'm held to an inconvenient draw and a tough defense against Conte de Luna. I had 5. 3rd place with a monstrous 24.92 performance rating. Schieberspieler 26.91, Casabianca par at 25.75. Bo Blixen finished 4th with 4.5 points. Conte de Luna didn't play all the rounds, yet still got 4. Mickey got 4. Skaveningen, thanks for playing, 3.5. Stapbergen, 3.5. Asterbait with an incredible 3.5. Asterbait, what did you do? You beat Palots. You won the first round. Another draw. He drew against Schachmat, and he beat Vague. Vague said he lost to a 1600, but not just any 1600. Our super VIP. And Asterbait lost last round to Schieberspieler. Asterbait, great performance on the top 10. Schachmat got top 10 as well with 10 points. So Poland was rolling tonight with 2 players in the top 10. Cormoran, thanks for coming back. He only played 4 rounds, but got 3.5. Morales, thanks for playing. Palots, world loser. And then Vague, Papa Nikita, Ruslan, Cheesemate, only played 3 rounds. ST, Nefidov. And finally, Sumaher, John Koss, Rupun, Diffuso, didn't play. Leon only played 1 game. Vikram, AP87. Vikram destroyed my tie breaks. Thanks for that. And then Dinekis. Alright guys, thanks for playing. It was fun. Strong tournament this week. At least I made the podium. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, Asterbait, good job. 2107 performance by the VIP. That's pretty good, man. I think all those classical arenas are starting to wear off on him. Nice job. I will see you guys later. Anyway, good to see you again, Oliveira Lucas. Thanks everyone for your help. Cheesemate for your gift sub. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Weird Wednesday morning. Unusual opening stream. I usually play some Blitz. Yeah, it was fun. Good tournament. We had a really nice turnout. 7 or 8 players at the master level. Good job. Congratulations. Perfect Schieberspieler. Thanks everybody for playing. And let's see if anybody's streaming. Chessbia is streaming. So maybe we'll do a raid there. But she's streaming on chess.com. But anyway. Alright. We should still raid her, I guess. So, see you guys later. Bye-bye.